I was a witch but also a charlatan. The witch and charlatan are both servant of Satan. They are both in black magic, but charlatan and fetishism is a bit higher than witchcraft. A witch can inflict a man with a sickness, but a fetishist can remove that sickness. Though they are both in black magic, the fetishist is elevated. I left my body and went to attend a meeting in the realm of witches. When the meeting ended, I was sent to perform night visitation of marital home and perpetrate bewitchment and the manipulation. I was supposed to enchant and bewitch people, especially couples. When people receive night visitation and are bewitched, we are dealing with a critical situation, for whatever they will do throughout the day it will not work. Whatever effort they will make will yield to no result, because of the power of bewitchment, manipulation and enchantment. Many people have bad day because of night visitation by witches, and failure to command the morning. I was bewitching not only in the night. Since I like fighting, I used an undress every time I am fighting in the street. I often expose my nakedness in order to bewitch people. I was fighting in the street naked in order to bewitch whoever saw my nudity. You cannot join people in the street watching a nudity. To bewitch the neighbors, I was using the toilet and failing to flash the water properly. Whoever saw my urine was bewitched, and whatever he do in the day will not work. I was then assigned to put out the light of a Christian mother who was fervent in prayer, for her prayer was a problem for the evil world of witchcraft. My mission was to put out of her fire and destroy her prayer life. Since she prayed a lot, I was unable to enter her house. I tried repeatedly and failed, though I was unable to enter her home. In witchcraft we had the ability to introduce the head in the wall of people's house to see indoor. That night when I managed to introduce my head in the wall of her house, I wanted to enter but my body was unable to enter. I was stuck outside, but when I saw that her husband was drunk with beers, I did magic prayer and caused her husband to wake up, and go out to the toilet, and when he opened the door and went out of the house to use the toilet, I managed to sneak inside their house. When he came back inside the house, I was already indoor. I had finally entered the house of this lady after many try, witches are persistent and don't give up. While this couple were sleeping, I began to utter incantation to cause bewitchment, manipulation and enchantment. Since this lady was a hindrance against our operation, when I began to bewitch them, I said to the sleeping couple, "Right in the morning I command you wife and husband to start arguing for no reason, just like that. You will spend the day fighting for no reason." I was still uttering incantation when the sleeping Christian lady began to feel in her spirit a foreign presence and she woke up. When you feel a strange presence, beloved, you must rise up from the sleep and pray immediately. When you lose the sleep in the middle of the night, you must pray. It is the Spirit of God that woke you up. The lady rose up from the sleep immediately and began to exercise authority. She said, "I can feel an evil presence in the house, for my house does not feel like this." Since this lady knew that there was a foreign and evil presence, she decided to block the intruder from leaving her place, by forbidding entry and exit. She said, "In the name of Jesus I forbid any entry and exit from my house. In the name of the Lord no one is coming in and leaving the perimeter of my house. I sealed the house, no entry and no exit, and I call the fire of God to come down and consume the intruder and the evil presence that had transposed my place." When the lady sealed the perimeter of the house, I could not leave and I was stuck in the house. She said, "I call the fire of God to come down and fill the house and consume foreign presence. The intruding witch and evil spirit must burn." I wanted to rush out to avoid the fire that the lady was summoning. Very quickly I realized that the lady has issued a decree according to which no one can come in and come out. Thus I was blocked inside the house and could not come out. I entered the wardrobe where her husband's suit were in order to hide. Brother, today evil pastors are preaching that we should not call the fire of God and the blood of Jesus Christ. They are deceitful. We must always call the fire and the blood. When she called the fire of God, I went to hide in the wardrobe. Then a child woke up when her mother was praying, and when the child looked at the suit where I was hiding in the wardrobe, he was scared because he sensed an evil presence. Brother, when in the night ordinary things scare you, you must discern foreign presence. When the mother saw his son terrified looking at the wardrobe, she came toward the wardrobe and invoked the fire to come down and burn evil presence. I was already sensing the fire coming down, and I said, "There is no way I can stay here, I am in danger." I must find a way to escape. Since this lady husband was drunk and had the smell of beer, I decided to influence him to open the door of the house for me to escape, and my plan worked because of the condition of this woman husband, and I managed to escape. We cannot play with the night. Many evil happen in the night. When you lose sleep in the night you must pray. I called my master and explained to him what I went through in this house. She joined me outside the house and introduced her head on the wall to see inside, and when he removed her face from the wall she told me, "There are houses you should not enter, be very careful, even the drunk husband that you see sleeping there. He is not in our camp." I said, "How come I had bewitched him?" She said, "You have managed to bewitch him only for a short time, you won't be able to do it next time." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "This man is not in our camp." She should have told me that the man was a born-again Christian, but she could not mention the name of Jesus Christ, for it is forbidden in the spirit world, where they can say the name of God but not the name of Jesus Christ. My master said, "When you put your head through the wall of a house and you notice that your body is not entering, don't insist, you may suffer death. Do you know that you were actually in danger in this house when that woman was praying? It is a miracle that you escape. You were supposed to die." This Christian lady called the fire to come down, but she could have issued a decree and say, "Any witch in my house is not coming back in his body." Had she said that, you would have died, your spirit would been stuck in his house, you would have been unable to return in your body, and that's mean death. Remember, your body is at home now and you're a spirit. Be careful when you come after these people that are not in our camp. In the morning when I had returned in my body I had fever, because of the encounter with the fire of God that the lady has summoned. Then I was sent to bewitch another Christian household in order to remove peace in the marital home. Marriage is God's institution where man and woman are supposed to find peace, but the enemy plan is to remove peace in marital home. The devil hates to see peace, joy and happiness in family. For years I was sent to visit marital home in the night to perpetrate manipulation and control. I left my body and traveled to this house. I found the Christian sister sleeping with her husband on the bed. I began to utter words of enchantment. I said to the sleeping sister, "In the morning, you will wake up with a bad mood and a moody temper, and you will not do whatever your husband will ask you. You will oppose whatever your husband say." Then I said to the sleeping husband, "When you wake up in the morning, you will ask your wife to cook something for you. Since she will refuse, you will begin to argue in the morning. Since this couple failed to command the morning and take over the new day, morning prayer is essential. We must remember to neutralize and uproot whatever the enemy had planted while we were sleeping." On that day in the morning, when the husband asked the wife to put the water in the pot for him, the woman refused to do it, because she woke up in bad temper, and an argument began just like that, and this argument turned violent to the point that the husband beat his wife, and I left them fighting, and I don't know the fate of this couple. That's how I was assigned to enter the houses of couple and enchant the husband and wife through instruction, that I was telling their spirit in order to cause conflict and battle in the day. Often we came in the house of a sleeping couple. We did enchantment by ordering the spirit of the woman in these words: "Your husband will be asking you the body throughout the week. We command you not to give your husband sex," and we were removing the sexual desire in the woman so that she will say no to his husband. This is in order to remove peace in the house and create an atmosphere of conflict that is detrimental to the couple. Very often, we cause the man to desire his wife, and at the same time we bewitch the woman to refuse his husband's sex. As a result, conflict begin and nothing will work in the day. Often I became a spiritual husband and went to molest woman in the night, and in the morning when the husband asked the body, the woman will say no because she will not feel like doing it. She will not bear her husband. Spiritual marriage is dangerous because it bring about lack and hardship at home. We cause bewitchment and enchantment of all kind. We came in the night and told a mature man, "You will argue with everybody in the day." People would not understand why the man is arguing with everybody. He was actually ordered to behave that way when he was sleeping. This is what we call bewitchment and the manipulation. We can cause a respectable lady to have an affair with a useless young man in the neighborhood through enchantment. When people are bewitched and enchanted, no one would understand their behavior and attitude because they are under manipulation.